Hey guys, what's up? It's Kelsey here. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a great day, and if you're not, hopefully I can make it better with this video. Today I'm going to be talking about fingerboard trucks at 3 different price points. We're going to give you some details about each of them and then compare them against each other and kind of see what we're feeling. The reality is there are only 3 different price points for fingerboard trucks to my knowledge. So the price points we're gonna be looking at is $65, around $40, and then under $10. The specific trucks we're gonna be looking at are Blackriver trucks, dynamic trucks, and tech deck trucks, like the new version, not the older version. Just to be fair, when we compare them, all of these trucks are going to be 32 millimeters wide, but some of the companies do make other sizes, so pretty much all of the details still hold true to those as well. For each of the trucks, I'm going to give you a little bit of background about what that company offers, as well as the unique features of each of the trucks. So starting off with the Blackriver trucks, also commonly referred to as BRTs, those are going to be your $65 trucks, and to my knowledge, the most expensive trucks on the fingerboard market. Blackriver Trucks is a company that's been around as long as I've been fingerboarding. I want to say like 1990s or so. So they really do know what they're doing. Most of the trucks they produce come in like chrome, gold. They have some black base plated ones. And then some of the 29 millimeter trucks come in different colors like white, red, green, yellow, I think. And then they also started making 34 millimeter trucks recently. And then those are gonna be more of your chrome, gold type of colored ones. One thing to note about Blackriver trucks is the shape of the pivot cup is actually very unique to that truck, and if you wanted to get a replacement, which after a while of wear and tear you probably will need to do, you would have to get the first aid tuning set off the Blackriver website. I think some other tuning companies have them too, but those are a little bit harder to find. I would say roughly, if you're using your fingerboard like every day, maybe you replace your pivot cups like once a year, and really that costs like $3-4 or something like that. You'll know if your pivot cup needs to be replaced because after even the smallest of tricks, your hanger can come out from the base plate, and it does get annoying after a while, but it's an easy fix to make. Another cool feature about the Blackriver trucks is the lock nut technology. They are completely included at no extra cost in the Blackriver trucks, along with 8 screws. So some very specific details that are unique to the Blackriver truck is the hanger is very rounded, both throughout the shape of it, but also on the ends toward the wheels. You can see that there is a kind of a roundness to the end of it. It tapers off a little bit, and the back of it is very slim. One thing to know about the Blackriver trucks that is on the negative side is the base plates have been known to strip, which essentially means when you screw the screw into the base plate, it won't tighten because those holes have been widened and stripped. But this typically happens when Blackriver trucks are being taken on and off and on and off a lot of times. And the more you do that, the more likely it is your base plates will strip. A lot of people have figured out solutions to this through using like super glue and stuff. Personally, I've been fingerboarding for 8 years and I have never had that happen to me. I think that's mostly because when I get a setup, I really don't take the trucks or the wheels or anything off of it for the most part. When you buy Blackriver trucks, I typically look at it as a one and done type of thing. If you're getting a new setup, go all out, buy the Blackriver trucks and keep them on there. I would not risk taking them on and off a lot. All right, up next, we're talking about dynamic trucks. Now, Dynamic is a somewhat new company. They've also started making wheels and decks as well. Before Dynamic came along, I got a lot of comments on my YouTube channel, on my Instagram DM, just asking why Blackriver trucks were so expensive and if there was any other truck they could get that was good quality and at a lower price point. And I'm here to tell you right now, straight facts, Dynamic is that company. At a price point of $40, you're really not sacrificing any quality. Dynamic trucks are very, very good, solid trucks. One important thing to know during this video is I actually don't have any of the new kind of dynamic trucks. The ones you're seeing are unfortunately one of the first types of trucks that Dynamic sold. These ones are actually not as polished as he sells them now, so please don't take the looks into account, but the overall shape of it is relatively the same. Dynamic trucks also come with a 34mm size option, and the color range is more extensive in the base plate color, but not in the hanger color compared to Blackriver trucks. The kingpin is the screw type of kingpin that I was talking about earlier. That is, it's one long screw that you screw in from top to bottom rather than stack the bushings from bottom to top like you do on the other two trucks. Similar to the Blackriver trucks, you can see that the hanger on the Dynamic trucks is rounded off toward the wheels, kind of tapers off more. This kind of helps with the rotation of the wheel, I believe. Like, don't quote me on that, but I feel like that's what it does. And then you can notice that the back of the hanger is a little bit more thick, I guess you could say, like wide, kind of more like a skateboard truck. You can see that little detail in the middle of it resembles a skateboard truck, kinda. Moving on to the tech deck truck. So I put this price point under $10 because there is not an option to buy just the truck without buying the entire tech deck. These tech deck trucks are somewhat new. They come from the improved design of the 32mm shape with more concave and things like that. So along with that upgrade, they also upgraded the trucks. They're so much more responsive. The shape is overall way better. If you remember the old tech deck trucks, they were probably like 28 or 29mm trucks or something like that, and they just did not have a lot going for them. Definitely these trucks are improved times 1,000. Some specific details about the tech deck trucks is that the hanger is somewhat squared off as it touches the wheel. It's not rounded off like the other two are. And then definitely the back part of the hanger is the widest of the three of them. Now let's put these trucks side by side and see what the differences are. To recap, the Blackriver trucks and the tech deck trucks are bolts at the top. However, the Blackriver trucks have lock nuts, the tech deck trucks don't. The Dynamic trucks also have lock nuts for the wheel, but the kingpin is a screw. For the sake of comparing them, and also just the fact that I like teak tuning bubble bushings, all three of these setups have teak tuning bubble bushings on them. The Blackriver truck and the Dynamic truck are relatively the same height from top to bottom, but the tech deck truck is just a little bit higher by maybe 1mm, and that millimeter does make it feel like you're higher up when you ride your deck. So it does give you a little bit more room to pop, but with that also comes a little bit less control in my opinion. Here you can see the responsiveness of the trucks, and they are pretty much all relatively responsive, so that really shouldn't be much of a problem. And that also does come down to the tuning that you use. Any cone shaped bushing I think you'd be better off with than an O-ring shaped bushing. That's a personal opinion, but I've always preferred the cone shape. Another thing to note about all three of these trucks is that most wheel companies, especially like Flat Face, Winkler Wheels, Joy Colt, they all are compatible with all three of these trucks. If you do decide to go with Y trucks, which I won't be going into detail about, you will have to also buy Y truck compatible wheels. Here are the results. Boom! The Blackriver truck is my personal favorite. I have to give it that. Out of all of the trucks I own, probably 90% of them are Blackriver trucks. I've never had a problem, can't complain. Dynamic trucks definitely has to win the most worth it. I mean, the price point is just right. It's what you would expect when buying fingerboard trucks. I mean, you know, respect in relative terms. Everything else, like the board and the wheels, are around $40, so it makes sense to have the trucks around $40 too. And the tech deck trucks have to win most affordable. You really cannot beat the quality you get for under $10. It's a great starting off place if you're looking for some trucks and you're not looking to really start investing to that level of $40 or $65. If you don't have these trucks and you're a beginner at fingerboarding, go to your Target, go to your Walmart, wear your mask, but go find these. So I hope you guys enjoyed that super, maybe way too informative video. I actually got this idea while I was on Instagram live talking to you guys about what you wanted to see, and a lot of you said, what are the differences between all these trucks? What's your favorite truck? Trucks. I don't really know why, but I've been making like super informative videos lately, so if you're not into it, sorry, but like also not sorry, because I wish I had these videos so I wouldn't have to spend all that time figuring out what in the world was going on with all this fingerboard stuff. If you did like this video, give it a little subscribe if you haven't already, and thumbs up if you want, but like also if you don't want to, that's fine. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.